how you doing? It's good to see you again. Glad to see you. You know, I'm going to be quite honest. I'm not up to date with all this technological things. The fact that I'm talking into a little computer book is kind of silly to me, but you gotta do what you gotta do for your education. You gotta make mom and daddy proud because they paying the big bucks. So you gotta keep on keeping on. You know what I'm saying? So, I hear that y'all coming to Mamaw for a little bit of a story time, which is a good thing because Mamaw's been around a long time and she's got lots of stories to tell you. But for this particular story, a defining moment or a transformational moment, something that helped me, I'm going to tell you one that happened the most recently because that's the one I can remember best, and I'm getting old, and in my old age, I'm getting forgetful. So, let's see. It was back in the spring of 2015. Spring of 2000. Now that's catchy. The spring of 2015. That's catchy. It could be one of them album covers for maybe one of them Rolling Stones boys. That's catchy. I like it. Anyway, so it was at the end of the school semester. He was working on this big project. It was a video for the television. It's going to be on the big screen, going to be famous and everything. Well, I had to travel down from Gainesville all the way to a little podunk town in South Florida, about 4 hours away. And this podunk town, probably never anybody ever heard of it. It's called Arcadia. There's not a whole lot there other than pastures and cows and orange groves, and that's about it. But anyway, we just headed down there. I hopped in my car, and it was just me and old Conway singing "Hello, Darling" all the way there. Now that man can sing, and he's so handsome. He can make my heart skip a beat back in the day. Anyway, that's besides the point. Back to my story. So about 2 hours down the road from Gainesville, 2 hours left to go, my car started running out of gasoline. So I pulled off in a little Chevron off the interstate, and I was going to fill her up. Now, when I got to this gas station, it was a little wasn't the best neighborhood, you know what I mean? There's some thug people walking around, but don't worry, honey, I wasn't worried because I had my frying pan with me, and you always have your frying pan in your purse because you never know about all these crazies walking around here, and they're taking advantage of a sweet old granny like me. So you always gotta watch your back, and you always gotta be prepared. Except, Mama wasn't prepared. She didn't have her purse, which had the frying pan, and her wallet, with all of her money in it, to pay for the gas that was needed to go in her car. Now, Mama got real frustrated at this because she gets old and forgetful, and she doesn't. So here she is, stranded in the middle of nowhere, with nobody around that can help her, and no money. And no money, honey, you can't get very far. So I went and explained my situation to the gas store clerk, and he was from some foreign country, couldn't hardly speak a lick of English. And then I went back out to my car, and I got on the telephone to a couple people, and I thought they might be in the area, and I thought they might be able to help me out, and nobody was in my area, because that's my luck. And then as I was sitting there, about hopeless and just pouting on the side of the road, I counted all the change in my cup holder. I had $1.43. Wasn't going to get me to where I needed to go. This nice old man, a young man, sorry, he wasn't young. I mean, he wasn't old. He just got married, had a kid on the way. He's a real nice young feller. Handed me a $20 bill. He said, I want you to have this. I want you to put your gas in your car, and I want to get you where you're going. He said, I just love helping people out, and I don't want you to pay me back because I tried to pay, I tried to get his address, tell him I'd pay him back. He said, no, I don't want you to pay me back. I just want you to help somebody else out if you ever get the chance. And I think I think that touched me. That sweet young man nearly brought me to tears that day. Because I think that says something about his servant leadership. And I think that those same qualities that he showed me, uh, he probably displays those same qualities and those same traits to other people where he has a leadership role. And I was so blessed by that man. And I think that really says something about servant leadership, because he taught me, he was really inspiring me to help other people, and he really didn't even have to say that much because he didn't have really good English. Now we had some conversation, like I said, but he would like we kind of understood each other, but nothing in depth. But that didn't stop him, because his actions was showing me what he wasn't saying, but we still understood each other. And I think that was one of the biggest things, and it just really really inspired me to help other people. Um, um, even when they're worse off than me, I can always help somebody. And I think that's one of the biggest things, and that says the most about servant leadership. And that was my story. Hope y'all have a good night. Keep on keeping on. Y'all be good now.